Modern science shows a clear truth. When anger takes control, our decisions usually go wrong. Because in anger, the brain follows emotion, not logic. Reason becomes weak and impulse takes control. Long ago, a great thinker said something important. Feeling angry is easy, but knowing when, why, and how much anger is needed, that is rare wisdom. The truth is, most of us have not mastered this skill. A single angry moment can destroy years of trust. One emotional reaction can change the direction of an entire life. Today's story reveals why self-control is real power. There once lived a king who ruled a large and wealthy kingdom. He was intelligent, capable, and respected, but he had a serious flaw. He became angry very quickly. Small mistakes felt like personal attacks, and when anger took over, he punished people harshly, often without thinking. Many suffered, not because they were guilty, but because the king failed to control his emotions. One day an old man arrived at the palace. He was the king's childhood teacher, the man who once taught him not only knowledge but wisdom. That evening, the teacher was invited to dine with the king. They talked, laughed, and remembered the past. Suddenly a fly fell into the king's bowl. The king's face changed instantly. "How dare this happen?" he shouted. "Such carelessness in my palace." The servant froze in fear. "Your Majesty," he said softly, "the soup was clean when it was served." But the king's anger only grew stronger. Seeing this, the teacher spoke calmly. "Your Majesty," he said, "the servant did not bring the fly. It must have landed there afterward." The king replied sharply, "Even small things like this ruin my peace." The teacher smiled and said gently, "The fly did not disturb your peace. Your reaction did." A man who cannot control his emotions can never truly control anything else. The king fell silent. After a moment, the teacher continued, "Choices made during anger or extreme happiness are usually poor choices. Give yourself time before reacting. Do not let emotions command you, learn to command them." The king whispered, "I try but I fail." The teacher replied, "Because control is a skill, and every skill requires practice. Patience is not natural, it is trained." From that day forward, the king began to pause before reacting. He learned to breathe before speaking, to think before judging. Slowly his anger weakened. His decisions became wiser. His people respected him more than ever before. Peace entered not only his kingdom but his heart. One day the king said to his teacher, "Your words transformed my life. I now understand strength is not in anger but in control." The teacher smiled. "Remember," he said, "emotions rise and fall like waves. They are natural, but they should not steer your life. Learn to observe them, not obey them." This lesson is not only for kings, it is for all of us. In a world full of stress, pressure, and noise, emotions often overwhelm us. But when we learn to recognize what triggers us, when we pause, instead of reacting, we regain control. Anger, sadness, and excitement are temporary. Regret can last forever. So pause, breathe, respond with clarity, because when you control your emotions, you control your life. And at the end, what's your biggest trigger? Share below in the comments.